What's up, guys? Last week, Tom did a great job in an article and talked about keeping your lower back healthy. He talked about how many people suffer from lower back pain. We're going to expand on that a little bit. One of the biggest causes of lower back pain is sitting down. And when you sit down, your spine gets inflection. It's also compressed from sitting. So if you see the way I'm sitting right now my spine is not compressed. I'm not sitting down. And it's an extension, not flexion, so I'm not kind of flexing forward. So this is a great kind of position to be in, whether you're playing video games. If you're a kid, if you have kids and they play video games, get them on their bellies and only let them play for about an hour. But so get them on their bellies. If you're watching TV, get on your belly, watch TV. This is a great position to be in for your back right now. But wanted to touch base on a couple exercises. We're just going to start with a few strength exercises for your lower body, and a lot of the strength exercises are based around strengthening the glutes. The best thing you can do to keep your lower back healthy is to strengthen those glute muscles. I'm going to go through kind of an exercise progression right now to help with the glutes. The first one is just a knee hug single leg bridge, where I'm just going to come with this foot. I'm going to hug this knee to the chest. That's going to lock my lumbar spine in place, so I'm only going to be able to move at my hip. So the range of motion might be a little bit smaller. I'm going to move my foot toward the midline a little bit, so it's kind of split right in my belly button. My heel is on the ground, driving, and I'm going to lift my toe up. So that makes sure I'm pushing from the heel. I'm just going to lift my hip up off the ground, contract my glute tight, and then down. Lift, contract the glute, squeezing, and then down. Do about 10 reps on each side. That's a great activation exercise to do before, but also for if you're not ready for a lot of training, that might serve as a strength exercise. When we have people starting out with back pain, that might be the exercise that they start with and then progress to some of the exercises I'm going to show you. The next one's a kettlebell deadlift, and basically all you're going to do is you're going to take a kettlebell, which is weight. You can use a dumbbell with this if you don't have a kettlebell. But you're going to straddle. If Joe can get my feet in the picture, the middle of my feet should be where the handle is. Okay, and even a little bit in front. What you don't want to do is reach down like this. Okay, because now you have a lot of shear forces on the back because the weight's out in front. Okay, so I want to stand right over it, almost a little bit behind. I'm going to have a little knee bend, and I'm going to push my butt back. Now the important thing is, if you look at the difference, this is a good position. And if you look at the small position I change in, this is bad. So we never want to lift anything up. So a kettlebell deadlift, I'm going to set up, push my butt back here, grip the belt tight, squeeze the glutes hard at the top. Now when I put it back down, I'm going to put it back down the same way, reach my butt back. There, my back's nice and flat, stand up without it, okay? So that would be a good kettlebell deadlift. So that would be where we want to start. And then after we do that, and you can demonstrate that you pick the weight up and down with a good spine position, a nice flat back, not rounding the back, then you'll go to a more dynamic, explosive exercise like a kettlebell swing. Okay? And what we're just going to do from here is set up behind the belt, grab from here, okay? And then you can hike it through, and then rip it. And that's a great exercise for glute strengthening, lower back endurance. Stuart McGill, who's a great lower back researcher, talks about endurance in the lower back is really important on that. And the last thing would be a band pull apart. We'll just get a band right here. So those are three kind of glute exercises. And the last one's just a band pull apart, because Tom talked a lot about posture and the shoulder position, and the shoulders kind of rounding forward. So this is just a posture exercise. You take any type of band like this, grip it tight, pull, squeeze the middle of the back. Show you from the back side. Pull, squeeze. And that's working the muscles in the middle of the back. Okay, and that's going to help improve your posture. Okay, so to recap, lay down in your belly. That's a great comfortable position for your back to be in. Okay, start with the bridges to get the glutes firing and lift your hip up off the ground. All right, then go to the deadlift. Okay, make sure your feet are in the middle of the handle. Then do your swing on that, and then you can finish up with some pull aparts. So those are a few great exercises to help prevent lower back injuries by strengthening those glute muscles.